7 News has obtained the air traffic control recordings leading up to and after the fatal crash at the Greenville Downtown Airport last Thursday.
In 2019, Marcy and Steve planned a private flight from Florida to South Carolina, trusting Clearwater Aviation Services for safety. However, the owner, Steve Fox, operated flights through another company he owned, Air America Flight Services. The problem? The pilot in command, John, wasn't qualified for the role. Although John had lots of flight hours, his certification only allowed him to be a co-pilot. Steve Fox, the owner and co-pilot, lacked essential qualifications, having only a private pilot certificate and no proper ratings. Now onto the aircraft. A Desert Falcon 50 with a unique 3-engine setup. This jet demanded 2 fully qualified pilots, especially with paying passengers. Yet Steve Fox, lacking the necessary qualifications, was attempting to fly it, which is simply unacceptable for someone running a charter company and a flight school. This risky journey unfolded tragically, and there were deeper issues beyond the unqualified crew. Before the crash, the aircraft had been stored for 4 years and underwent inspections to become airworthy again. However, only 60% of the necessary work was completed, and the maintenance log didn't confirm the plane's safety. Shockingly, crucial tasks like overhauling the landing gear were neglected, possibly due to oversight or intentional negligence. Adding to the complexity, Tim Fox, one of Steve Fox's sons, served as the director of maintenance. Despite his role, Tim seemed unaware of his father's flights. Steve, the co-pilot, flew the aircraft multiple times without Tim's knowledge, raising concerns about the company's internal communication and safety protocols. The investigation revealed discrepancies in FAA oversight. While Air America's offices were in West Palm Beach, its operations were in Clearwater, 200 miles away, falling under different FAA districts. The lack of direct oversight from the FAA's South Florida office raised questions about regulatory compliance and safety inspections. The NTSB's final report failed to address the roles of the principal maintenance inspector, leaving gaps in accountability. Colleen Mondor's investigation highlighted the FAA's reluctance to disclose information regarding maintenance safety and oversight, hinting at potential regulatory violations. The story takes a troubling turn, as it's revealed that Clearwater Aviation may have operated under Part 91, which involves general aviation flying without charging passengers. Tim Fox, the director of maintenance, claimed ignorance about the company's flight types. Adding to the confusion, Steve Fox's son Travis allegedly managed the flight school and professed not knowing the distinction between Part 91 and Part 135, nor was he aware of financial transactions. The tragic flight involved Marcy and her husband surviving a crash that occurred moments before what should have been a routine trip. The cockpit voice recorder exposed critical moments of miscommunication between the unqualified pilots, Steve in the right seat and John in the left. During the descent, Steve and John failed to clarify important details. Steve mentioned regular braking, leaving uncertainty, and John later expressed confusion about the type of approach. Despite the controller instructing an RNAV approach, crucial safety measures like an approach briefing and FMS verification were neglected. As they prepared for the RNAV approach, John and Steve unintentionally set up for the ILS approach in the opposite direction. Confusion mounted as they couldn't locate the designated fixes in their FMS. John struggled to navigate while Steve, lacking an instrument rating, provided no assistance. They likely hoped to visually spot the airport and line up for landing, but they needed to descend below the clouds first. The tension heightened as the controller questioned their ability to descend in time. John, desperate to escape the clouds, finally spotted a gap and descended, but the airport was just 5 miles away. With only minutes until touchdown, the pilots rushed to configure the aircraft properly. Upon landing, John realized the brakes were not functioning, entering a state of panic. Despite emergency procedures, John failed to react and the plane careened off the runway. The crash claimed the lives of both pilots, while Marcy and her husband suffered serious injuries. As investigations continue, the need for stricter regulations and accountability becomes increasingly evident. Now, what's your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section below, and also make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.